Ever wondered how a brokerage service works? Well, let's break it down. A brokerage service is essentially a professional middleman. It's a company, like our own, that acts as a mediator, connecting sellers and buyers for business transactions. Think of it as a bridge, linking two sides of a river, facilitating smooth and efficient transactions. But here's the catch. The bridge, or in our case, the broker, does not perform due diligence on either party. You might be thinking, wait, what does that mean? Simply put, while we connect the two parties, we do not independently verify any information presented by the seller or buyer. It's a bit like introducing two friends at a party. We make the connection, but what happens next is up to them. Now that we know what a broker does, let's delve deeper into how they operate. We'll explore this and more in the next segments, so stay tuned. What is the role of the seller in brokerage services? Now that's a question that needs some unpacking. First and foremost, the seller is the backbone of any transaction. They are the ones who have nurtured their business, understood its pulse, and now are ready to pass on the legacy to a potential buyer. But as we all know, selling a business is not as simple as selling your old car. There are numerous financial aspects and intricacies associated with the proposed sale or purchase of a business. This is where the broker comes in. The broker acts as a mediator, a bridge that connects the seller and the buyer. And while the broker plays a crucial role in facilitating the transaction, the seller's role is equally significant. One might wonder, why? Well, the seller has a deep understanding of their business, its strengths and weaknesses, its financial health, and its potential for future growth. This knowledge is invaluable during the selling process, as it helps the potential buyers understand what they're getting into. But the broker doesn't just rely on the seller's knowledge. In fact, the broker often advises the seller to seek guidance from accounting and other professionals regarding the sale or purchase. This is to ensure that all financial aspects are thoroughly explored and understood, and that the seller gets the best possible deal for their business. Now you might be thinking, but isn't the broker supposed to handle all of this? Yes and no. The broker does facilitate the transaction, but they do not perform diligence on either party. It's the responsibility of the seller to verify the information presented by the buyer, and vice versa. So as you can see, the seller plays a pivotal role in the brokerage services. They are not just passive participants, but active contributors in the process. They provide crucial information, seek professional advice, verify the buyer's information, and work closely with the broker to ensure a smooth and successful transaction. So it's clear that the seller has a crucial role in this process. How are legal and financial aspects handled in brokerage services? Let's delve into this question. In the realm of brokerage services, it's vital to comprehend that the broker, along with its affiliates, does not make any implicit representations or warranties about the business assets being sold or any legal issues associated with the proposed purchase or sale. This includes agents, employees, officers, directors, shareholders, co-brokers, and independent contractors. The brokerage service is a platform that connects buyers and sellers. The broker is not responsible for performing diligence on either party. The broker's role is to provide a platform for the seller to present their business to potential buyers. It's the buyers and sellers who need to conduct their own investigations on the information presented. Now you might be wondering, what if there are legal issues associated with the proposed purchase or sale? It's important to note that the broker will not independently verify any information presented by the seller or buyer. The seller is encouraged to conduct their own investigation on such matters. In essence, the broker's role is to facilitate the transaction, not to guarantee the quality of the business assets or to ensure that all legal matters are in order. The responsibility of ensuring the validity and legality of the business assets, as well as any potential legal issues, lies solely with the parties involved in the transaction. Now let's talk about the financial aspects. The seller recognizes the importance of financial aspects, as well as the intricacies of the proposed purchase or sale of the business. Therefore, the broker advises the seller to seek guidance from accounting and other professionals regarding the sale, or purchase. In the event of a dispute or legal action taken against the broker by the seller and is unsuccessful, the seller will be responsible for covering expenses, including attorney fees. This is to ensure that the broker can continue to provide its services without undue financial burden. The legal and financial aspects of brokerage services can be complex, but they're essential to understand. It's a part of making informed decisions when buying or selling a business. It's all about knowing what you're getting into and being prepared. When does a broker's job end? This question might be lingering in your mind. Well, the answer is quite straightforward. The completion of a broker's role occurs when a potential buyer has been introduced or when a successful purchase takes place. At this point, both parties involved in the transaction agree that the broker has fulfilled its brokerage services. Imagine it like this. The broker is the skilled conductor of an orchestra, guiding each section to play their parts at the right time to create a harmonious symphony. When the final note has been played and the applause begins, the conductor's job is done. Similarly, a broker orchestrates the transaction between buyer and seller, ensuring everyone knows their part and plays it well. Once the transaction is completed, the applause, in the form of a successful sale or purchase, begins. The conductor, or in this case the broker, can then take their bow. And that, in a nutshell, is the completion of brokerage services. So what have we learned about brokerage services? We've unraveled the crucial role of a broker, acting as a mediator, connecting sellers and buyers for business transactions. We've understood that the broker does not perform diligence on either party, leaving the seller to recognize the importance of financial aspects and the intricacies of the proposed sale or purchase. We've also delved into the legal and financial aspects of brokerage services. The seller acknowledges that the broker and its affiliates make no implicit representations or warranties about the business assets or stock being sold. The seller is encouraged to conduct their investigation on such matters and is responsible for any legal action taken against the broker if unsuccessful. Finally, we've learned that once a potential buyer is introduced, or if a successful purchase occurs, both parties agree that the broker has completed its brokerage services. Remember, brokerage services play a crucial role in business transactions. And as always, don't hesitate to reach out to us if you have any questions.